Hey, it's Lucy. This video is about something that you might have already been affected by, and statistically you're very likely to have been. It happens to anyone from undergraduate to tenured professor, and it's probably going to happen to you at some point. It's called Imposter Syndrome, and while it's not confined to academia, it seems either especially rife or increasingly discussed within it. Imposter Syndrome is when you're an undergraduate and you keep waiting for your professors to realize your exam results were a fluke. It's being a master's student and sitting in the postgrad common room getting anxiety because you feel unworthy of the free tea. It's starting your PhD and thinking that any moment now someone is going to tap you on the shoulder and say there's been a terrible mistake. Essentially, it's feeling like an imposter even after you've proved yourself time and time again to be capable and belonging, and it's especially rife in high-achieving individuals who struggle to recognize their accomplishments and constantly fear being exposed as a fraud. Evidence of your success is dismissed as luck or because you've conned people into thinking you're more intelligent than you actually are. You should not be here. Just you. It's a really horrible phenomenon. I feel it all the time. Those examples at the start are from my own experiences. But here's the thing, it's not just you who feels that way. Some studies estimate as much as 70% of people will experience imposter syndrome over their lives. This is expressed differently for everyone, but common symptoms include perfectionism, fear of failing, undermining your achievements, dismissing praise, and overworking. When I started my course at Oxford in 2016, one conversation that stands out in my mind was when several of us started sharing the reasons we felt we'd gotten in without deserving to. It was only because that fieldwork sounded better than it was, only because I knew the chap who ran the impressive internship, because my supervisor helped me write my personal statement. Ask me nicely and I might tell you mine. It quickly emerged that almost everyone had their "I shouldn't be here" story. And to be honest, the ones who were confident they'd get in are arrogant bores. So in that sense, imposter syndrome keeps you humble, keeps you modest, keeps you from being an idiot, but don't let it grow so fierce that it keeps you from holding yourself in the regard you deserve. We're very good at judging other people, but really bad at judging ourselves by those same standards. And I certainly need to work on this myself, but here are two phrases that I come to often to keep me calm. First one is, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to get through it. If you're doing a PhD, you're probably either very passionate or very good at what you do, meaning the thought of doing less than your best might fill you with horror. But you're not getting percentages or grades anymore. A PhD is pass or fail. We all want that paper in science and an interview on BBC News, but at the end of the day, all you have to do is conduct original research of a standard acceptable to the scientific community. I'm not saying lower your standards, I'm saying lower your expectations of yourself to something more manageable. And my second phrase is this: you are not a superlative. A superlative refers to the highest quality of something, so best or worst, most useless, least intelligent. You are not any of these. You're probably incredibly average, just like the rest of us. You will probably never be the best at any one thing, but equally you'll never be the worst. One final thing to consider when you next feel like everyone is staring at you and knows you're a fraud: they're probably thinking the exact same thing about themselves and do not have time to pick apart your own life. And if they are sat there feeling highly accomplished and important, to be honest, they could probably do with a quick punch to the face. I've put more links about what imposter syndrome is and how you can deal with it in the box thingy below. If this is something you're struggling with, you're very welcome to privately message me on the email below, but I'd really encourage you to share in the video's comments so you can see how common your feelings are. Please also share your own tips for getting through imposter syndrome or any other information that's helped you. And if you found this video helpful, please do share it with your academic friends because you never know who might need to hear it. Thank you very much for watching me and supporting me on PH Diaries. Until next time, take care.